Let me take you back now to eNCA senior journalist Dasen Thathiah, who is flying above the area of Durban, and we check on him now. He's flying above the area of Springfield. Dasen, you headed in that direction because we had received reports of a fire perhaps around that area. What are you seeing?
Next call will be at Harbour Mountain.
Yeah. Well, Tulas, we did establish while we were flying over Springfield that it could have been a refuse fire that may have caused that alarm. You know, I said I'd received some messages about that. But another thing that I guess could be confusing some residents is what you're seeing here. The smoldering buildings, this one below us still has a bit of a flame there. Because, you know, sometimes these fires, particularly when they are in these buildings, tend to burn for a long time. Apart from that, everything seems relatively peaceful. But, Tulas, I want to do something now, because we've been flying for most of this week, giving you these aerial views and looking at these scenes as they've changed from the chaos that we've seen below and people running around with items to more peaceful scenes and then the sporadic incidents. As you know, I haven't been doing this alone. I've been with my colleague Kaniso Mtalose as well as our pilot Brad Hatfield. But something you probably didn't know is that apart from flying us around, Brad also deals with other flights, such as those that have been involved in security and making sure that they do security assessments. And I thought that was an important chat to have. I just want to bring him in for a few seconds. Brad, if you could just tell us about some of the security flights that you've done, as well as some of those flights that you've made to take people out of Durban amidst that chaos.
Thanks, Dasen. Yeah, let me just start by saying I was born in Durban, born and bred Durban. Just 1 second. I love Durban. I love the weather. I love the people. I chose to raise my family here. But what I've seen in the last week has been deeply concerning, particularly having to go into all these different places and seeing the, I don't want to call it protest because it's not protests. We've covered areas from River Valley right through to the western sides of eThekwini, and at all of these locations we've seen looting I could almost describe it as a frenzy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me.
Yeah. What about the panic, Brad, that you've seen where people have been desperately trying to get out of Durban? I know that the airport was particularly busy this past week.
Yeah, we have been inundated with people wanting to get out of Durban, and also people trying to get people through to King Shark International Airport from various locations. That has, unfortunately, due to limited fuel reserves, we've unable to service a lot of those type of flights. We've kept it purely to security and media type flights.
Sure. No, thank you so much for that, Brad. Tulas, this is the king of multitasking here. You know, and I just want to tell you this before I change the mood slightly. A bit of sage advice here, Tulas. If you're ever wanting to fly along, you know, and do what we're doing, you should probably wear something that has sleeves on it, because it seems like I got the cheap seats on this flight and I've been freezing while we've been bringing you this report. And I want to change gears a bit now, Tulas. You know, we've been talking about all of the doom and gloom, and I think just to take you back to these visuals, something else that has come out of all of this, Tulas, is the community initiatives, the communities banding together. Before we got into this flight, we were on the ground and we were engaging with those in the area of Isipingo. Now this, you know, what I'm about to tell you is not isolated to Isipingo. You know that we've been struggling for simple things like bread and milk here over the past week, and communities have really come through. The guys in Isipingo are doing something different, you know. They've been fishing, netting sardines, and then handing that out to the community for free to give them something to eat during this time. I wonder if we could just listen to part of an interview we did down there, just to remind ourselves, Tulas, that it's not always bad, and that during the worst of times, South Africans find a way to make it better.
Well, look, man, you know, it's my community here, and I'm born and brought up here in Isipingo. And with the looting and all that happened in my area, even including my shops been looted. And, I'm a seine netter. I'm a licensed seine netter. And whenever we net our sardines, we always give the public. And this was the right time that I reckon, people are starving, they don't have food. And, we got to give back to the community. And I decided, look, I must bring, even yesterday we came and gave the community as well in the bottom at Orient and Lotus. And today we reckon, look, we netted about 200 crates, and all we sent to Phoenix, we sent to Chatsworth, we sent to Overport, Malagasy, we sent Orient, Lotus Park, Isipingo Rail, everywhere. We sent 20 crates to every area. Look, when we netted there at Wanna Beach today, we had probably about 300-400 people there, and we gave all of them sardines there.
Sure, that is fantastic to see, Dasen. As I keep saying, within the doom and gloom that we have seen in the last week or so, we've also seen people rising up and saying, actually, we are stronger together as South Africans. There's a reason why we've been able to fashion this constitutional democracy, warts and all. Warts and all. I mean, it's not perfect, our democracy. There's still much room to be covered by way of reaching a point of true equality and a sense of economic justice, among others, and rooting out racism, as we've seen also in the last few days as well. Yeah. But within all that doom and gloom, some truly, heartwarming stories of South Africans who are simply standing up and saying that actually within our communities we'll reach out and do what we can.